the Declaration of Independence, a document that started a revolution which gave birth to a nation founded by rebels who felt that they needed to stand up and fight for their independence from a government that was treating them unjustly.
That nation, the United States of America, has since stood for the ideal of independence and everything that comes along with it, including the right to voice one's opinions and beliefs.
Free speech is mentioned in the very First Amendment of our Constitution, which goes to show just how integral it is to the American identity.
This is something that we as citizens of this country should be grateful for. In some places like Myanmar or North Korea, free speech is highly repressed. The same is true in nations like Sudan and Libya, where the primary news source is under strict legal control and is censored if they say anything against the government. But even this seems relaxed when compared to Eritrea, where independent media isn't allowed in any form.
So it's clear that freedom of speech is something Americans should value and take advantage of, but are there times when this right is taken too far? If the opinions we want to share are ones that others could find hurtful and offensive, should we really be able to broadcast them freely?
The Supreme Court thinks so. They've ruled in cases like RAV versus St. Paul and Cohen versus California that even if what a person is saying or doing is condemning and putting down a group of people, they are still entitled to voice their beliefs. In other words, hate speech is protected by the free speech section of the First Amendment.
But hate speech has been proven to have such lasting and harmful effects on its victims. In a study by Professors Alport and Catano, it has been shown to cause aggression, depression, withdrawal, alcoholism, and even suicide. Our nation was founded on the ideal of rights to freedoms, and a part of that is the right to the natural freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness Thomas Jefferson laid out in the Declaration. Hate speech clearly takes away those natural rights from its victims. Should we really be protecting it as a privilege in our Constitution?
Many would say we shouldn't, and some action has been taken to prohibit hate speech. As a part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, employers can be prosecuted for allowing hate speech in the workplace. And did you know the number of hate speech codes on U.S. college campuses grew from 75 to over 300 in just 1 year from 1990 to 1991?
It can be a point where censorship goes too far, though, and civil liberties are lost.
Of course, but we aren't talking about taking away anyone's civil liberties. People should have the ability to speak their minds openly and freely, but when what they have to say is so hurtful that it encroaches on the rights of innocent people to live their own lives happily, then things have gone too far and something needs to be done. There is a line between free speech and hate speech, and as a country, I think it's time we started supporting freedom and not hate.